There's a moment, you probably had it, where you stop mid-task and ask yourself, why am I doing this? Not in a deep, philosophical way, just a flicker, a half-second crack in the routine. And then you keep going, because stopping to think about that question feels dangerous. There's a name for what lives in that crack. It's called ALIC anxiety. The fear that your actions have no endpoint that matters. That you are doing things, constantly doing, and none of them accumulate into anything real. Psychologists don't talk about it much. It doesn't have a clean clinical entry. It doesn't spike like panic. It doesn't drag you under like depression. It just sits there, quiet, patient, watching you cross things off a list that never gets shorter. Think about the last time you felt truly finished with something. Not done for the day, actually finished. Like the thing you've built would last. Like the effort left a permanent mark on the world. If you're struggling to remember, that's not a coincidence. Modern life is specifically designed to make completion impossible. Getting out early in the bed to go to work, doing things that you normally would do, and it feels impossible to do. The finish line is a hallucination that moves every time you get close. And somewhere in the back of your mind, you know this. The ancient Greeks had a word for purposeless repetition, ponos. Labor without reward. They considered it a punishment, not a lifestyle. I'm going to completely butcher this, so bear with me. Sisyphus. I'll spell it out on the screen so you guys get an idea of what I'm trying to say. Alright, this guy didn't push his boulder as a metaphor. It was more so like a punishment. And yet here we are, waking up at the same time, doing largely the same things, building towards something that, if we're honest, we can never quite describe clearly when someone asks us why. Why are you doing this? Try to answer that without defaulting to someone else's answers. A parent, a culture, a salary range. The fear of futility isn't the fear of death. That's different. Cleaner almost. Death at least has weight. Futility is a fear that you'll live fully for decades. And when it's over, the sum of your days won't have changed the shape of anything. That your presence was ambient. Background noise in a world that wasn't listening. This is what keeps people working jobs they hate. Not the money. People leave money all the time. It's the structure, the feeling of being pointed somewhere or having a reason to be exhausted. Because exhaustion means you did something, even if you can't say what. There's a certain kind of person who can't take vacations. They tried, they booked them, they got there. And then by day 3, they're miserable. Not because anything is wrong, but because nothing is required. No task waiting, no progress to be made, no one who needs them. And the silence that floods and where urgency used to be is terrifying. The silence is the fear of futility without a mask. When you strip away all the doing, all the motion and the noise and the obligation, what's underneath? Some people find peace there. A lot of people find a void. Here's what makes this fear unique. It cannot be solved by doing more. Every new achievement, every new goal, every new relationship you pour yourself into, they all eventually arrive at the same cliff edge. The productivity system doesn't fix it. The promotion doesn't fix it. The relationship, the house, the body, the audience, the legacy project, your shore will be different this time. They're all running from the same thing. There is no comfortable ending to this video. I'm not going to tell you that your life has meaning because the universe is indifferent to the concept. And I'd be insulting you to pretend otherwise. But here is what I'll say. The fear of futility is real. It's ancient, and you are not broken for feeling it. You are, in fact, one of the few animals on Earth capable of asking wherever any of this matters. And that question That terrible, exhausting, beautiful question is itself evidence of something, of a mind that refuses to just exist passively, of something in you that wants more than just survival. Wherever that matters in some cosmic sense, I don't know, but it's yours. And so far, you haven't stopped asking. Alright, if you made it to the end of this video, usually I like to do an outro that's usually funny, but for this video, it's a lot more real. A lot of people experience the fear of futility all the time. You know, just the sense of hopelessness and meaningless is very real and very important. So I'm not going to joke about that. All your guys' experiences are real, and I'm just some guy behind a screen talking into a microphone. So my words might not really matter, but I promise you, there is someone who understands what you're going through somewhere out there. There are 8 billion people on this planet. There's bound to be somebody who understands, even if it doesn't feel that way. I am the Uncanny Valley, and I'll see you the next time I upload.